Here are 3 ways Diego Schwartzman could improve his serve. Now, this video is courtesy of 12KGP Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I put their link in the description below. All right, I'm a big fan of Diego. I love his game, but his serve, it's just not doing it for me. So, Diego, if you're watching this video, if you know Diego personally, please send this video to him. The first thing is going to be his ability to coil. He needs to turn his body away from the court. And this really all starts with his feet. I want you to watch, as a pinpoint stance user, how his right foot comes past his left foot. So if we just, let me show you what I mean by that. Here's a line, right? So when that line represents where his left foot is, when he brings this right foot forward, it should tuck in right about here. Right? It should not pass this green line, but watch what he does. He moves it past, and as benign as that might seem, it opens up everything way too early. He needs to really coil. We need to be able to see his chest at this point, but right now we're looking at his back. He just simply does not turn. So Diego, if you're watching this video, please work on having your back foot come right in behind your front foot. In fact, let me show you Felix Auger-Aliassime doing just this. Now, this video is courtesy of Court Level Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link also in the description below. So here is that same angle, and look at his right foot. We can draw that same line. Right there. That's the perfect position to put it in. So right there, that's the line going straight to the net. And watch how his right foot does not cross that line. He's much more coiled, and when you're coiled, then you can uncoil. This is really the basis for all of, the amount of racket speed that you're going to be able to create on the serve. Now, I will say this. This is an out wide serve as well, because many people are going to say, oh, but Ryan, Diego's was an out wide serve. I just want to show you this is an out wide serve from Felix as well. So when you go out and practice your pinpoint stance, tuck the back foot in behind the front foot. You do not want it to come around and come over here. It opens up the hips way too much, way too early, and you cannot coil. Now, the second idea, and this is actually one of my biggest pet peeves, is how high he tosses. There is no need for him to toss this high. Now, I cannot wait to read in the comment section that the reason he tosses high is because he's short. That makes no sense. And I'll prove it to you. So let's do his toss timing. So to test your toss timing, just put the ball at the top of your head and then throw a timer down. And I suggest that for you as the viewer, that you're somewhere between 0.6 and 0.9 seconds. This is the range of acceptability you want to have when it comes to your toss. Let's see what he's got. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Wow. In fact, he hasn't even hit the ball yet. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Wow. 1.15 seconds. Way too high. When you toss this high, there's a lot of variance that can occur, right? So the higher you toss, the easier it is for your toss to get off course. It also requires a ton of timing, because as that ball drops 9.8 meters per second, it passes through the window of opportunity, meaning your racket, passes through the window of the racket very quickly. So it's actually hard to time. Let's actually go to his contact. I want to show you, that's the level of his contact. I want to show you how ridiculous the height of his toss is. And then I'm going to compare it to J.J. Wolf. So right there, that is where he's going to contact the ball. That line represents his contact height. Look how high the ball goes. The ball does not have to go up there. All this is doing is requiring him to go slowly, and it gives him a lot of time to swing, which you don't want, because then he has to slowly swing in order to waste all that time. And then he has to figure out the timing. And when you're nervous or it's a windy day or whatever, it can just be enough that you don't hit the exact serve that you want. Let me show you what it should look like. Now, first, this video is courtesy of PTSO on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their channel as well. I've put their link in the description below. So J.J. Wolf, his serve is insane. Meaning it's amazing. Let's look at his toss timing. Again, you put the ball at the top of the head, throw down a timer, and you see how long it takes for him to hit it. Remember, Diego was 1.15 seconds. So let's see what we got with JJ. Ah, wow. almost half, or a little bit more than half. So what a difference. 0.65. So that's within the range of 0.6 and 0.9. When you toss this low, it makes it very easy to create the environment for racket speed. Remember, when you toss lower, you have less time. In fact, he has 0.65 seconds by the time he hits the ball, right? So he's got to swing really fast. With Diego, he's got 1.15 seconds, so he's not encouraged to swing fast at all. The next thing is it makes the toss consistent because you don't have this great variance where the ball could be way to the right, way to the left, or way too forward, way too far back. So lower tosses are more easily consistent. And last, then it's easy to time because the ball's just sitting there. If we go to his contact, we'll go straight across. There's his contact. Look how the ball barely goes above that line. And J.J. Wolf is not super tall. He's only 6 feet tall. So it's not like he's towering over like he's John Isner or something. So his toss so much lower than Diego's, even though Diego is shorter. I mean, the toss difference is ridiculous. So this is what you want. You want a low toss, still as high as you can reach. It's not like I was about to say Taylor Fritz. It's not like J.J. Wolf is scrunching his arm and not able to reach up. He's just tossing low so that he can swing really fast and be consistent hitting in the sweet spot of the racket. So Diego can work on his feet. He can work on the height of the toss. And by the way you toss lower is by tossing slower. If you're someone who's working on tossing lower, the ball's going to go super fast up in the air if your arm is super fast. So to toss lower, toss slower. Now, the last thing is pronation. So Diego does not have great pronation. Now his racket is slightly closed at this point, which is what you want. And he does rotate to contact, but really he does no more rotation after that. You can see after contact, look at his strings facing directly down. And this is an out wide serve. It's an out wide serve, and I love his backhand. Super compact, super fun to watch him play. But he really should be pronating on this. So the idea is your strings are going to face to the left before you hit the ball. And then after you hit the ball, your strings should be facing to the right. Let me show you Felix again doing exactly this. So here's that same serve again, that out wide serve from Felix. We can see his racket coming up on edge. So it looks like he's going to hit the ball with the edge of the racket. In fact, look at this position right here. Looks like he's going to use the back of the racket to hit the ball. This is why I ask players to practice this position, practice this drill, where you hit the ball with the backside of the racket. It promotes using the continental grip and really helps you to have your racket facing actually down as you go to hit the ball. So his racket looks like he's going to hit the edge, strings are facing off to the left, and then after contact, his strings are facing off to the right. There should be a 180-degree difference in where your strings are pointing prior to contact to after contact. Now, you might be asking, well, how do you get side spin? Whoops, I didn't have a tool there. How do you get side spin when you're pronating like that? Well, the ball doesn't know you're pronating, right? The ball, the racket, nothing. All it knows is at contact what's occurring. And what's occurring is the idea of the face sends it, the path bends it. So his strings right now are facing this way. But look at the direction he's swinging. He's swinging toward this service box. He's not swinging where he wants the ball to go. He's swinging to the right of where he wants the ball to go. That's what puts the spin on the ball and gets the ball to curve. But you've got to pronate, Diego. Point your strings off to the right after you hit every single serve. Kick serve, flat serve, slice serve, no matter where you are in the box. You can see he is using this bent elbow technique. It's something that I've been working on with my serve to bend the elbow after contact. It just makes it easier to pronate. But when you pronate and you swing really fast, it's just one more way to fire that racket quickly over your hand and get more racket speed. If you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, or if you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, use my link in the description and pinned in the first comment, playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. So Diego, work on these 3 tips and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. Diego, you got this.